Okay, Mr. CarpediemJoseph.
How you doing, man? How you doing,
In
man?
the house, yeah. Thank you for coming down, man.
I'm good, man. Thank you, man. No worries, man. Appreciate it.
So let's start with, who are you and what do you do? How would you describe that?
Joseph Carpe Diem.
Yeah.
CarpediemJoseph on the Instagram. The reason why it's that,
Yeah.
because my Instagram got hacked in it. But my Instagram got hacked. One guy in New York. If you see this, fuck you. But yeah, he hacked my Instagram. Then I was on like 1,000 something followers.
Yeah.
I had to find a new username, sorry, and it was CarpediemJoseph. Okay. But yeah, content creator. Work for sales in a construction company. Yeah, that's me, man.
Let's go to your upbringing.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about what life was like growing up.
It was wild. It was me. I've got an older sister.
Where were you born?
I was born in London, Homerton Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was me, I got an older sister.
Yeah.
I got a younger brother.
Yeah.
We lived in North London till I was about year 7 is what year? 11. 11, isn't it?
11 or 12.
11, 12, yeah.
Like yeah.
Then I moved to like Deep Hackney, like Lower Clapton.
Okay.
And I just grew up there my whole life.
Yeah.
So yeah. When I was younger, it was just more innocent, man. Like, I just remember that most of my time when I was young was just going to school Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Then on the weekends, just playing football in the cage with the older lot. That was a lot of my younger days. Like, it was very innocent. Yeah. Very innocent.
Did you ever go outside school, like after school? Like go out to play football or roll with anyone after school? Like
I'd play football, but not really roll with anyone. I was a bit of a loner. I'll be real. I had like my select friends.
Yeah.
And I was a bit of a loner, but I think that's actually carried me into my adult life as well. Okay. Like I'm very, like I have my select friends. I'm cool with everyone, but I will consider myself I'm a bit of a loner.
Yeah, same here actually. Same here. Would you say you're I mean, were you involved in any like gangs or anything like that?
Nah.
I'm being racist. I'm asking you that because you're black and you grew up in North or East London. I'm gonna keep it real.
You know what?
Yeah.
The gang life was around me.
Yeah.
But I assessed it. I said, nah,
That's interesting because, like, as a young you would assess it. You wouldn't even assess it. You'd just be like, yeah. So how were you able to assess it and be like, nah? How?
Yeah, I was just like, okay, so there's guys that are repping for their ends and for their postcode. I'm like, what happens when you move house and stuff? Are you gonna move house and then come back and bang for the old area that you moved from? And funnily enough, when I comprehended that, was around the time that I moved house. It was jokes. So I said, you know what? Long term, this can't work. And it's not true to me because I had this conversation as well, yeah? Like, I'm not a bad boy. Yeah. I don't pretend to be a bad boy. Yeah. So if I was to join a gang and be part of a gang, I would be acting way out of character. I just weighed it all up and I said, yeah, this isn't for me.
Cool. So what do your siblings do? What are they up to these days?
My sister, I got an older sister. She's a lawyer.
Sick.
Married. Just had her first child. Big up
girl.
You. Yes. Yeah. I rate my sister still, I can't lie.
I rate that.
From the conversations that we have with women about social media and stuff, I can't lie, she's done things the right way. So yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, props to her, man, 100%. She just had her first child. I even spoke to her today, funnily enough.
Congrats to your sis, man.
Yeah. Congrats. But yeah, man. My younger brother, he's autistic, so like he's in like constant care.
Okay.
So yeah.
Who looks after your younger brother? Your parents?
My mum. No, my aunt, sorry. So basically, my mum passed away when I was 13.
Yeah, sorry,
man. And it's cool. Then my mum's sister came from Nigeria to look after her, innit? So so he stays with her most of the time.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about your pups?
Yeah, he's there. Okay. He lives. Obviously, my mum and my dad separated before they passed, innit? But like me and him still have a good relationship. Yeah. We talk.
Did your dad have was he a strong figure in your life growing up?
Yeah. Like, now that I've grown up,
I
see how much I'm like him. Like,
okay.
When I go to his house a lot now, innit?
Yeah.
Because like, and his wife would be like, you look so much like your dad now. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I saw this. Like, I put a picture on Facebook,
Yeah.
Like, and my dad was like, why does this guy look so much like me? I was wearing like Nigerian attire.
Abada.
Yeah, I was wearing Nigerian attire. He's like, why does this guy look so much like me? He's like, oh. I didn't even see who it was for a minute, but yeah. No, me and my dad are cool, very cool. Haven't always seen eye to eye, but I think as you grow older, you understand the man's perspective more. Because I think when you're a child and you're more emotional, you're gonna lean more towards your mum.
Yeah.
But I think as you grow older, as a man, I'm not saying as a woman, I can't really say, but as a man, you understand the man's perspective more.
That's really interesting. I hear that. I was always closer with my dad. Always. Like, they separated when I was 5 and he's passed away now, but I was always closer to him. Like, when she was breaking up with him and taking me with her, leaving Nigeria to come here to the UK, I hated her. I was kicking and screaming, like, taking me away from my best friend, basically. Do you know what I mean? I was always closer with him. But I hear what you're saying, though. That's what I see more commonly.
Yeah.
You lean more towards your mum, but then you understand the male perspective later on.
Yeah. And my dad's like, he's very like, he's a typical man that loves to work. This guy is always at work.
Yeah.
Always at work. Hardworking man.
Yeah.
Like, appreciate that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, just in terms of, if you were to ask me which parent do I like more, if you had asked me when I was a child, which parent do I like more, I would have said my mum.
Right.
But if you were to ask me that question now,
I
would probably say my dad, just because
you understand the
just
struggle.
because I don't need to like him.
Yeah.
And when I just need him to be honest with me.
Right.
And I think as men, we value honesty.
Yeah.
Which parent's going to give you the honesty more? Not saying your mum won't be honest with you, but your dad will be more honest with you just because he's a man.
Yeah. Direct.
Yeah.
Live and direct,
Yeah.
like straight. Yeah. I get that. So when you were a kid, go like year 6, year 7, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A rapper.
Were you rapping back then?
Yeah. I'm not even going to go. Actually, should I go into the stories?
Yeah, go on, come on.
Obviously, like, I started year 7 in 2004.
Okay.
So that was around the time Channel U was around, innit?
Yeah.
And everyone had like an MC name, innit?
Yeah.
And, like, I had the weirdest, like, I think I changed my MC name about 3-4 times. Like, It started from Godzilla. Don't ask me how I remember this. It started from Godzilla.
Yeah.
It went to Punisher. It was dumb.
Okay.
Like, obviously, in year 7, it was like MSN as well.
Yeah,
So when I've created my MSN, I'm like, my tag was Punisher at the time. I'm like, they're like, this name is taken. I was like, I was going to do it punisher@hotmail.com. They're like, this name is taken.
Okay.
So I got to add some numbers. And at the time, I was watching Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiss FM on TV. And the channel was 450. So it was like punisher450@hotmail.com. Then it was Godzilla to Platinum to Punisher. They said, you know what, man, this name thing is just long. I can't be, but I'm just going to just name myself JK, because those are my initials, innit?
Okay.
Joseph, I'm not even going to do the government, but yeah, Joseph.
Yeah.
JK. And that just kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Then that was it, really.
Okay.
But yeah.
How did you get into rapping at such a young age? Like, I know Channel U was about, but who got you into it? What made you want to be a rapper back then?
I've always been around music. Like, growing up, like, I would remember I'd come home from school, I'd do my homework, I'll eat. Then when it's bedtime, I'm hearing my mum playing tunes, like Usher, My Way. Like, I remember when my first CD that I bought was Craig David, Born to Do It.
Yeah.
The best UK album ever, by the way. So I've gone to HMV in Wood Green.
Yeah.
My mum's giving me like £20. She's like, yeah, let's pick an album, whatever you want. I've picked this Craig David album, and I'm like, yeah, this album is decent.
Yeah.
There was that.
Yeah.
I've just always loved music. Then what's another experience? My Holy Communion, one of my mum's friends has given me like one CD of just like these old hip hop tunes, like Uchi Wally.
Uchi Wally
Yeah,
Wally.
yeah.
Uchi
Uchi
Bang
Wally was
Bang.
on.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
that's what, yeah. There was like Uchi Wally.
Yeah.
There was Last Day by Notorious B.I.G. There
Mm.
was it was just like a mix of old tunes. I'm just like, I used to play it all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So there was that as well. So there was that. My first introduction to music was through hip hop, but then grime was when I like proper fell in love with it. So like More Fire Cruise, the Dizzy
Yeah, yeah.
Rascal, who everyone says that I look like, but we'll get into that.
Oh my God, it's so true. Wow, how did I not see that? Wow.
There was that as well.
Bruv, you look like Dizzy, bruv. You do. Oh my
Bro,
God.
you know it's so
Oh
bad, yeah.
my
Like
God.
there was one time, there's one guy who cuts his hair, like, or there's one guy that cuts hair called Orlando. Big up Orlando.
Yeah.
Like he grew up with Dizzy, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I've gone there to go get my trim, and he's looking at me. He's like, "You look like someone I know, you know." I'm like, let me guess, Dizzy Rascal. He's like, "Yeah." And he was just telling me stories of that, and I'm just like, yeah. So just Dizzy Rascal, yeah. Just listen to Dizzy Rascal. Even I Love You. That song, I think that song was the song that got me hooked onto grime properly.
Tune.
But you hear I Love You.
Tune.
Then you hear this there, like,
yeah.
So yeah, man. That's
okay. So you wanted to be a rapper, and then when did that derail and not, fail to materialize?
You're asking me the tough questions. When did I say, you know what?
This is long.
Yeah. I would say probably around year 11.
Okay.
I'll say probably around year 11. I thought, you know what? No, that's a stone cold. No, that is not the truth. I would say when I was in college.
Okay.
When I was in college, sixth form.
Mm.
Because I'm saying, yeah, I want to be a rapper. But my parents and my family in one ear saying, you need to think about your future.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, something's got to give. I can't give my all into finding what I want to do if I'm doing the music.
Yeah.
And the music ain't really, nothing's really tangible. And if I'm going to be honest, I weren't even good enough.
Oh, really?
That's the real truth.
Okay.
I weren't even good enough. So I thought, you know what? Self-awareness is key. Let me just put my talents elsewhere. So yeah, that was it.
So what did you end up pursuing in sixth form?
I liked philosophy at the time.
Yeah.
I done philosophy for A levels.
Mm.
And at the time, that was the only looking back on it, my parents were like, you should do like a degree that will have like more job prospects.
Mm.
And I'm just like, nah, I don't really like that. I'm gonna do what I like. I done philosophy at uni, graduated. But obviously afterwards, getting a job was kind of a struggle, innit? And I'm like, you know what? If I'd done something if I'd actually listened to my parents, so, and I think as you grow older, you're meant to put your ego to the side and be like, you know what? This is where I fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Let's be real. Let's be real. I was having a conversation with my uncle the other day, yeah?
Yeah.
Shout out my uncle if he's probably gonna watch this. Shout out my uncle.
Yeah.
Like me and him used to argue all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Like I'm very like strong-willed and so is he. So there can't be two balls in a pen. Like he used to tell me like, yo, you want to do this when you go uni, blah, blah, blah. Then we were having a conversation the other day and I'm like, you know what? I actually should listen to you.
Okay.
And he was like, wow. He was like, wow, because normally like our conversations are like very contentious and we argue. But I'm like, you know what? I should have listened to you. I was proud. I was wrong. When you get to a certain age, as an adult, you should be able to hold your hands up and be like, you know what?
Facts.
I'll put my hands up. I was wrong and strong.
Yeah.
I should have listened.
Yeah, I have loads of regrets, which we won't go into now, but yeah. They say, you shouldn't have any. I have got bare regrets. I have a lot of regrets. Yeah, absolutely. If you could go back now, say year 11, so a year before college, what would you go through to college to study, college, uni? What would you go through to study, and what kind of life do you wish you'd have now then? What
you
kind
know
of
what?
career?
If I'm gonna be honest, I personally think I would have done an apprenticeship
in
like engineering, plumbing. I think I would have done a trade.
Do you have a passion towards any of those, or is it just because you think it's smart to have a trade?
I think it's smart to have a trade.
Okay.
Because I think everyone feels compelled to have a white collar job because the blue collar jobs are not necessarily the pretty ones. But I think the trades are more valuable over time.
Yeah.
Like everyone's gonna need a plumber.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna need an electrician.
Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everyone's gonna need the white collar jobs.
Yeah.
But because they don't look pretty.
Yeah. The blue collar jobs aren't sexy.
Yeah. And I think because of the way society is now, people are too concerned with optics as opposed to what's real. So if the job looks pretty on the outside and you're getting a shit pay, I'd rather take that than a job that is not pretty on the outside but pays good. Yeah. So yeah, if I was even my younger brother, he's doing engineering.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, good luck to him.
No, good luck.
He's definitely on the right track.
Yeah. He kind of clocked the game early. He's like, you know what? I'm not really built for like an office. I'm just gonna learn a trade and just find that. I don't even really think you have to be passionate about your job, you know.
Oh, this is an argument I have all the time, man. With myself as well as others. I don't know, because you want to love what you're doing so that you can, there's longevity and you can do it for a long time and stay consistent. Because if you don't, you're going to have those times where you're not really on it and you might fall off. But at the same time, you need to just make money.
Yeah. I think so. I hear what you're saying, but it's like when you've got a family and when you've got a family to feed and you've got bills to pay, what other external motivation do you need?
Yeah, true.
I don't think you have to love it. I think that's another lie that we're told. Yeah. You don't have to love what you do. Do you think the bin men that are taking the bins out every day love what they're doing? But they do it because they have to, not because they love it.
Good point.
So, like all this I get it. Like some people are fortunate to do what they love, so it doesn't feel like work. Not everyone's in that boat.
Yeah.
And if you're not in that boat, don't let not everyone's circumstances are the same. So if you've got a job that's valuable to society and you don't necessarily love it, you're valuable to society.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, just because of I just think the way society is, a lot of people feel undervalued, but they're essential.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really value our bin men. Like, let's be real. But if the people don't come and take our rubbish and recycling out for a week, and there's a little bank holiday and that, you're at your yard thinking, why has no one taken my rubbish?
What's that smell?
Yeah, like rubbish, bro. I remember in May, because in May there was bare bank holidays. Yeah. The recycling bin was outside my yard for time. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But we don't value these people, and it's wrong. Yeah. But you're not prepared to do what they're doing.
Yeah, I know who else he looked like.
Who else?
I just saw
Anthony Marshall.
Anthony Marshall. Dizzy Rascal, but there's one other. I literally just saw him last week. Lamar.
Oh my God.
Have you got that before as well?
I've heard Lamar.
I've heard
Lamar. The ones I've heard the most are Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah.
Anthony Marshall.
Yeah.
I've heard Lamar.
Yeah.
I've heard Skepta. I don't see Skepta, but I've heard Skepta. But Dizzy Rascal is the main one. Like,
yeah.
Since I was like, my first ever girlfriend used to call me Dizzy. Like, it was so dumb. It was so dumb.
Oh, good. Did you used to dress like him when you were youth?
Actually, let me not lie. I definitely did have an academics tracksuit.
You did?
I did, 100%.
Oh, shit. Yeah, academic tracksuits, boy. Oh, my God. Okay, so bro, let's go to relationships and dating. You're talking about providing for a family. Do you have a family?
No.
Okay, so do you want a family?
I want a
family. You want kids and that?
Yeah.
Are you dating anyone at the moment? Okay, don't answer that. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. What are your thoughts on dating as a young man in today's times?
I think it's something. I think you just got to observe the landscape, see it for what it is, and navigate your way through it. I don't really. Okay, what you need to understand is people have options. So people are gonna do what's expedient for them. So a relation, you could be dating a girl, it could be here today, gone tomorrow. That's just the nature of dating.
Yeah.
Like, and what else would I say? You need to understand when you have a good one. As hard as that is, you need to understand when you have a good one.
Yeah.
Because
what does a good one look like, bro? Because what you're saying about here today, gone tomorrow, that's facts, but that's most.
That is most.
But I'm pretty sure girls will say the same thing about men as well. That's most men are here today, gone tomorrow as well. So from your perspective as a man, what does a good one look like? Like in terms of a girl, a good girl. What does it look like?
She respects masculinity. Like she doesn't try to emasculate you because you may have said something that triggered her.
Is she a feminist?
Absolutely not. She can't be a feminist.
Okay.
Oh yeah, one thing I want to say as well, yeah?
Yeah.
The truth has no contradictions.
Wait, let me just take that in a sec. Wait. The truth has no contradictions.
So when you speak the truth, yeah, the reason why the truth holds weight is because there's no contradictions in what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So with the feminists, they hate men.
Yeah.
Or they supposedly hate men.
Yeah.
But they want a man at the same time.
But do they hate men? Because isn't feminism just about like they want equality? Women want equality, and that's what feminism is. Is that right?
Wanting equality is the contradiction.
Tell me how.
Because equal means the same. No two things are equal. Yeah. I can have an identical twin. Me and him are not equal.
Okay.
You want a man. You're not the same as a man. You and him are different.
Yeah.
So if you actually want it, if you actually want a relationship with a man to work, you have to acknowledge that you two are not the same, accept that you two are not the same, and work as a team.
Okay.
Let's say football.
Yeah.
Let's just say football.
Yeah.
There can't be two right backs at the same time. There can't be like everyone has to play their position.
Their position, yeah.
So that as well. I think, like a girl that's a good woman is one that is very supportive, works as a team, seamless fit. How can I help you?
Did you say seamless fit?
It's a seamless fit.
Oh, seamless fit.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Then she says stuff like, "How can I help you?
Yeah,
babe, you can do this.
Yeah,
whatever you need."
Yeah.
But to some women, this language is foreign.
Yeah.
And I say some because there are some good women out there.
I think to most women, this language is foreign. I would say to most women, the language you're saying is foreign. I think if I was to say to a girl, if I was to repeat what you said to most women, they'd be like, what? Later? What? Who do you think? What? Am I a dog? What do you mean, how can I help you? I think that's how they'd react.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? Blah, blah, blah.
And I think that just shows the quality of the woman. Because there was this one girl that I was seeing. Like, I told her, come to mine, I'll make you dinner. Like, I haven't expected her to bring nothing. I'm not saying, you know what, come, I'm hosting you, you ain't got to do nothing. She's brought over like a bottle of wine. And she's like, oh, do you need help with anything? I just melted, fam. I'm just like, I just melted. I said, I said, nah, life can't be this good, man. I'm like, babe, you don't need to do that. Just sit down, put your feet up and chill. Take in the ambiance. You get me? I got the candles there. I got the wine there. You just chill, be cool. When the food's ready, we eat and we vibe.
Yeah.
And that's all men really want. Someone that's supportive and that's it. All this other stuff and look good. Like, supportive and you look good. Men don't really want much else. So all this like back and forth that men have with women, I just think because talking two different languages, and it's just like word to the rock, you don't know your role. You don't know your role. All a man wants is for you to be supportive. And let's be real, women have higher expectations of men than men will ever have of women. Just support me. I'll carry the most of the weight. Just support me. That's it.
Yeah. What if a girl said, but I'm doing my own thing. Like I'm doing my own thing. I ain't got time to support you. Like you do your thing.
Then why are you here?
Fair.
Let's get straight to the point. Why are you here? If you're here and you have no intention of being supportive, then why are you here? If I came to you and said I have no intention of supporting you, attending to your needs, not making you happy, well, you'll be like, well, damn, I'll find someone that will.
Yeah. So, what about money? How does money factor in? First of all, let's say like with dating and relationships and stuff. Like, what's your thoughts on the role that money plays?
It's important. It's important. Women want to enjoy. You want to enjoy. Enjoyment costs money, so you gotta have your money up. You do have to be prepared to. I don't want to say lose money, but you gotta be prepared to spend money.
Yeah. If I went on a date with a girl and we went to like 4 different spots and I paid for everything the whole day, and then at the end of the night, I'm expecting her. Do I have the right to expect her to come home with me and get into bed?
I mean, why not? Sure. Like, and this is the thing. You need to like sort of see what the girl's motive is. See what the girl's motive is. She might genuinely like you. She might just be there for the food.
Yeah.
Who knows? You need to see what the girl's intention is. And I just think the way you have to have tact. And that's one thing I've struggled with in the past. You have to have tact.
Yeah.
Because you'll go on a date, spend peas, feel entitled, and you'll be like, so are you coming back to mine? And she's like, no. Are you dumb?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna ask you. So when she reacts, if that is the reaction, then what?
If that's the reaction, then you got to deal with that. But I personally don't think you should approach it like that.
How should I approach it?
Like, okay, you've gone out, had a good time, babe. Do you want to come back to mine for a drink?
Yeah.
Then saying come back, because you saying come back to mine is very different.
You got to dress it up.
You want to come back to mine for a drink.
Okay. Yeah.
Then if she says no, I'll be like, all right, cool, another time then. But if you're saying, do you want to come back to mine? And you're like, no, you're moving salty. Like you're moving so salty, and she can feel it. And women will deny it, but this is the truth. When a man moves salty, they're instantly turned off.
Really?
When a man moves salty, they're instantly turned off. Like, why are you salty?
Yeah.
Why are you moving it? The fact, let's just put it like this. If you're moving entitled, if you've gone on a date and you're moving entitled about getting box, you probably don't get box. And let's be real. That's how girls reason it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Because if you knew how to get box, you wouldn't be crying.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just
you wouldn't care, to be honest.
It would be calm because I remember one time, I shouldn't even be guy there, but I've gone on a date with this girl. Cool girl, very nice girl. No bad words to say about her, Fam, we've had 1-2 drinks after the date, We're walking through like Queen's Park. She looking good. You get me? Then I'm thinking, I need to get this back to mine tonight. So I'm asking her, I'm like, yo, do you want to come back to mine? And she's like, I don't go back to people's houses after the first date. I'm like, what? I'm like, cool. She must have thought I was being salty, like, and after that, I just didn't hear from her again. Okay. And I said, you know what? I think where I fucked up was when I was just like, I was too brazy with it.
Yeah, okay.
I was too brazy with it. I'm like, you know what? I could have been like slick. So, and it's like, girls ain't like not even like depending on how you wanna position yourself. I'm not on the rude boy thing, so I try to do the sophisticated gentleman thing. Like, you wanna come back to man for a drink, raw? No one's ever asked me to come back to man for a drink, you know.
Really? Come on.
No, but fam, some of the stories that girls, bro,
they all get asked that. They all get asked.
Do they get asked that, bro?
Yeah, come on. They all get.
Do you think they get asked that?
Do you wanna come back to? Bro, one girl even asked me, "Oh, do you wanna come in for a glass of water?" I'm like, yeah, all right. Like, come on, man.
But asking for the drink, you got a little bar there. I'm like, listen, babe. The choice of wine, we got pink Moscato, we got white Zinfandel. You get me? Choose your pick.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Do you have a type?
Yes.
Physically?
Slim. No overweight things.
Racially?
I ain't got no type racially.
Okay. So must be fair. Can be any race. Would you date a career woman? Like long term, seriously?
Nah.
Why not?
I don't know, man. It's the energy is just a no for me, man. It's just like they have this sort of rude exterior that no one can approach me because I'm a career gal. I'm not on that. I'm not on that. Like, be humble. Like, you've got your and this is the thing. Like, a man that's got a career, it's just normal. But a woman has got a career, like, you want to be exalted. Why? It doesn't make, and I think that sort of reality that you want me to perpetuate for you, I don't think that in the long term that would be beneficial. That's just me anyway. But put it like this: a career guy is meant to provide for himself, his family, potential children. That's what he's expected to do. A career woman, is still gonna expect a man to do these things. Yeah. So why should I view you the same?
What's the draw?
Yeah, like what's the
benefits?
Yeah. What's the benefit? If you're not willing to do what I would do in your position. Yeah. Because you expect the career guy to provide for everything. You don't want to provide for everything, but you're the career woman. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think it's just the way we're hardwired as men and women.
Like, but you know what though?
Yeah.
Career women would actually get more praise if they actually said, you know what? I'm the big earner. I earn more than my man. I'll take on more the financial responsibility because it just makes more sense.
Would you date a girl who's making more money than you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I think most girls wouldn't date a guy who they were making more money than. I think. That's what I think.
As if just dating?
Well, no, not just date, like hookups and stuff. They would, yeah, of course, if the guy looks good. But I mean, like seriously, long term, yeah. I think most women, career or not, if they're making a certain amount of money, they want a guy who's making at least the same amount of money as them or more money.
Like, men don't care about a woman's money.
Yeah, but women care about
women care about men's money. And this is the thing. Men don't ask for much. Like, okay, say you're earning like 40K. Say you're earning like 60K. The guy's earning like 40K. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's cool. As long as you're a cool person, you're not a dickhead and you're supportive.
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
But she's the one with the reservations.
Yeah. Generally.
Not saying all, but generally.
Yeah. I would date a girl who's making more money than me. I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it. Like you say, as long as the respect is still there.
Yeah.
She's got to treat me like I'm making more money than her.
Yeah. But the thing is, you probably could. Your 40K is not going to be a forever 40K. Like, men's earning potential, it goes up.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 40K now thinking, this guy's a joke, man. His 40K could be doubled with a promotion. But you can't be so short-sighted. And if you do choose to be short-sighted like that, me personally, I think them guys deserve to be in the streets, bro. I'll be real. Because if you're only thinking about the here and now and you're not thinking long-term, that's streets thinking. So, yeah.
What are your thoughts on racism?
You lot are trying to get me cancelled for real, bruv. I think it's exaggerated.
Go true.
And I'll explain why.
Yeah.
People look at racism, or black people look at racism from an inferior perspective. Whereas, first of all, black is not even a thing. I'll explain that later. And all racism is self-preservation in my eyes. So, for example, let's say we got a Chinese man and a woman, they have a child. They're gonna want their child to marry someone Chinese to preserve their race. Doesn't mean that they're racist. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad thing.
Yeah.
I come from a Nigerian family.
Yeah.
They would rather me marry someone that's Nigerian.
Yeah.
Does that mean that they're racist?
No.
No, it doesn't. But I think people are just so emotional that all comprehension and understanding just goes out the window. So I don't really care about racism like that, if you're asking me.
Let me put this to you. So say, what about racism where it's like the owner of the company or the owners of the company are white men or white men and women, and they self-preserve the company racially in the same way the Chinese man and woman do for their family?
That's fine. What's black-owned businesses? What do black-owned businesses do?
Okay.
Why is it a problem when they do it? And it's only a problem when they do it because they're in a position of power. Because you feel inferior to them, that's why you make a problem out of them doing it. So if I hire a company, if I have my own company and I say, yeah, I only want to hire black men or I only want to hire black people.
Yeah.
Me, I don't even really care that. If you're the best person for the job, I'm hiring you. I don't care about all this emotional racism. I do not care, like, at all.
Yeah.
So I just personally think people care about racism too much when it's not even that deep. And because most people are not even in a position of power, they can't even understand how people who actually make decisions would think. Because they may think, you know what? I don't particularly like black people, but I don't particularly like said people or whatever. But if they're the best person for the job, I'll hire them. How I feel don't matter. As long as they can do the job properly, that's it. And I think in society now, people put how they feel on too much of a pedestal. Your feelings are not more important than the truth.
Facts. Big
facts. That's it. You can feel how you want. You can actually feel how you want. No one's saying don't feel, but your feelings can't be number one priority because your feelings can be this way today and be another way tomorrow.
The truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth. So,
what are your thoughts on mental health?
I think it's an issue. I think it's an issue. I think individuals need to prioritize their own mental health. I don't think people are going to care about your mental health more than you. You should care about your mental health more than anyone else. And I think if you expect people to care about your mental health more than you, you're walking down a tightrope.
Genks was telling me before you got here that it's National Men's Mental Health Day. Is that correct? No. National Men's Mental Health Month.
I
didn't even know that.
I think I saw China post it on his Instagram, but other than that,
I didn't even know.
Yeah, other than that, you won't even hear about it. Stuff to do with men, like, bro, they don't care about men, bro.
But is it because we live in a patriarchy?
No, it's just not that.
This is a man's world.
Yeah, shout out to James Brown. But no, you know what it is? It's just, let's be real. Men are stronger than women. Yeah. Mentally and physically. So when men complain, They really want to say,
you'll be called
if you're a
bitch.
man, why are you complaining? Men are not allowed to complain about anything.
Yeah.
About anything. You're going through this, get on with it. You're going through that, get on with it.
Mm.
So with men stuff, it's just you have to just get on with it. If your mental health is a problem, you being superior mentally and physically, you should get on with it.
Mm.
And I just think that's the reality of the world. And I think when you actually accept reality, you don't get upset at certain things.
Mm.
Women don't care about men's mental health. Are they supposed to care about men's mental health more than men?
No.
So, personally, you shouldn't make women feel bad for caring about themselves more than you.
You were just saying something about...
Yeah,
we were talking about mental health,
Yeah.
but I want you to just pivot quickly to what you were saying about the nuclear family.
Yeah, just the new... Yeah, man, it's like the way people talk about families nowadays, yeah, it's like people want the nuclear family to become extinct. Like, I've done like research and read up some statistics on single mother families, like, and bro, the stats are mad, bro. The stats are mad, bro. Like,
go on, can you go on?
80% of people in jail are single parent homes, are from single parent homes.
Single parents or
single mother homes. Let me specify. Yeah. Child abuse is more prevalent in single mother homes. Your child is more likely to do bad in school if they come from a single mother home.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if all the evidence is out there, like, why are people going against what's out there? So it's like, you'll hear all these stats about... So my thing is, it's like, if you know all these things about single mother homes, why go against that? Like, you as a mother and the child are better, have a better chance of faring off better in life if you keep the family together.
Do you mean the child is better off?
The child is better off.
Yeah.
And the woman is better off. Women have more mental health problems when the man is gone.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know there's an increase in antidepressants and stuff like that. And I know they say the least happiest human being is
a career woman who's 40 and childless.
Yeah.
And a career woman, and single.
Yeah.
So you need men. You need a man. So when I hear women say stuff like, I don't need a man, I don't want a man to protect me, it's baffling to me.
I genuinely think that women need men. I think it's painful for women to hear this, I'm sure. But I know that I don't think we need women. I think we just, like you said before, we just get on with it. We just crack on. We're bigger, we're stronger, like we're resilient. We just do what we do. But I think women need men. And I think it's linked to their happiness to have a man who they admire and respect in their life. That's genuinely I think that based on just everything I've seen and all the conversations I've had with men and women. But I think it's triggering for women to hear that and admit that. So they'd rather say, I don't need a man, I want a man. And even what I'm saying now would come across as rude or whatever, but I'm not, I believe it to be true. Like I don't have a statistic on it or a fact, but I just believe it to be true, like genuinely.
And my thing is, if you disagree, without using sign language, tell me why you disagree. And if
would you
sign language is shame, insults, guilt, that need to be right. So without using sign language, tell me why you disagree. And if you make a point that makes more sense than mine, I'll yield. But what happens is everyone just gets triggered and no one can really explain their point. But personally, I think they done one experiment one time where I think men and women were in the wilderness or something. And the men and the women had to work together to
Bear Grylls. The men had to work together on one island, and the women were on a separate island and had to work together to survive.
Yeah, and it was chaos.
Yeah, the women had to be rescued within like a day or two or something.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times, you know, crazy. But yeah, it's just like we don't say this like we don't say this to boast or anything. It's just if you don't see the necessity for me being around, you're always gonna undervalue me.
Yeah.
And this is where I think men are good. Because if we're really gonna go there, men don't need you around, but we won't undervalue you being here.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that's true. That's true.
Like if a man turns around and says, I don't need you, fuck off.
Yeah.
He's gonna survive better on his own than you would if you were to act the same way. But men don't do that. Because men want to keep the peace in the home. Men want to keep you happy. So we do what we need to do and we say what we need to say. But it's not the same. The same grace is not given.
What steps do you think we can take as a society to get back to the nuclear family, 2-parent households?
You know what I'll do?
Yeah.
I'll go on Amazon. I'd buy the Bible, King James 1611, and that would be bedtime stories for the pickney.
What if I'm Muslim?
I would go on Amazon, I'd buy the King James Bible, and I'll read in the same Bible, bro.
Even if I'm Muslim? Yes. But that's not my holy book.
Yes, it don't matter. People need morals. The reason why society is turning upside down is because people want to abandon morals. Yeah,
there's been a drop on the amount of religious people. A study came out a few months back. Basically the country has there's been a massive drop on how religious the UK is.
Yeah. And you can see that with the way people act. People are so hedonistic. Pleasure is the main goal. Pleasure is the main goal. The reason why there are people out here, there are kids out here that don't even know who their dad is, because a man and a woman put pleasure as the supreme thing and wanted to be irresponsible. So, yeah, man, like the Bible actually has it all. Seek ye the old path. They actually had it patterned back in the day.
Yeah.
And what's funny, is when women say that how I want a traditional man. When they want a traditional man, what are they talking about? The men from the Bible, the kings that could actually provide them with the lifestyle that they wanted. But the only problem is, the only thing that they're missing out on is the women were wives, number one. They were virgins. So in the Bible, for you to be married, you had to be a virgin. You had to, your family had to prove your virginity. Why? So they can guarantee paternity. How could I be the father of the child if you're not a virgin? That's how they reasoned it out, because there was no paternity test back then.
Right.
So I just think, I think we need to bring order back. And men need to govern themselves, discipline themselves. Then that will trickle down on the women. Like, it's men that change society, bro. So if the men want society to change, they have to change the way they're conducting. But I'm not telling people what to do. I'm starting with myself.
Hear that. What have you got? What are your future endeavors? What have you got lined up, coming up? Bruv, you've got a sick link tree that's got everything on there.
Do you want me to pattern it for you?
Yes.
I'll do that for you, man. Yeah. No problem, man.
I don't need a Spotify, but probably everything else.
Yeah. No, I'll do that for you, bro. It's calm.
But yeah, what have you got coming up?
Just more podcast episodes. I've got episode with China. I spoke to him. It's always good with me and China link up, man.
I think that's your biggest views so far.
Yeah. Bro, the amount of people that come to me and said, yeah, bro, your episode with China was crazy. Like,
did he go off?
Yeah. With me, I'm chill with it. Because I'm not like sensitive to what people saying that, you can say whatever. And if there's anything that I disagree with, I'll just say like, oh, okay. I disagree because X, Y, Z. Or if they say something that's controversial, I'll be like, elaborate. Because it's one thing to say something that's controversial and trigger people, but if you hear people's explanation, then you can be like, you know what? That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense. So I give people the chance to explain themselves. As in, when people say freedom of speech, I think I embody freedom of speech. Like, you can say what you want, but I will disagree. If I disagree with something, I'll disagree with the point. Not you as a person. I'll be like, I disagree with this because of this or whatever. And then we can just have a humble dialogue. It doesn't need to be crazy. It doesn't need to be mad. We can just be adults. And I think a lot of times, a lot of adults are only adults in age. But in terms of like the mental capacity, it's very childish. Very childish. And so that's with me. Like, I will say stuff. Like, I remember one time someone said to me, Andrew Tate is a misogynist, yeah? And I was like, what has he said that you disagree with? And they were just waffling around the houses. I said, until you can tell me what you disagree with, we're not even having this conversation, man.
I got made aware of Andrew Tate a couple of months ago. I think I arrived late to the party because since I got made aware of him, everyone else who I've tried to talk to about him like looks at me like I'm old news. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I got made aware of him when he went to prison. A girl said to me, Andrew Tate is a misogynist. And I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, is it? Okay. And then when I did a little bit of research and looked into old videos, some long ones, 2-3 hours podcasts that he was on, Fresh and Fit, Pearl's thing. And then I saw clips as well. So I saw long things and short things, and I can't find one lie that he told.
Neither could I.
Like, I can't find one thing that he says that isn't true. I can't necessarily find something he says that's misogynist either. I'm open to receiving anything if anyone's got anything for me to see. But yeah, like, he's just saying true things. Like things that are true. That's it. It just doesn't, it's not packaged nicely in a pretty box. And I think that's the thing that upsets people.
Do you know what's crazy though? I feel like, people only knew what the word misogyny was like 3 years ago. I'm convinced. Number one. Number two, there is more misandry than there is misogyny. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
If there was a man, show me a guy that's looked you dead in the face and said, I hate women, and his actions demonstrate that. Because people can say whatever, but the actions have to match. Show me a man that has told you he hates women and his actions match. No, but there are women out here that will say, you know what? I really don't like, I'm not even going to hot rap, but there will be, there will be women that will be like, I really hate men right now. I can't stand men. All men are trash. All men cheat. All this. That sounds like misandry to me. But if I'm wrong, please correct me.
I do think not all's extremely strong, but I think most men cheat. But I don't think most men are trash. And I do think there are times where most women hate most men.
But do you know why I use the word? I'm using the words as they're used. The reason why I'm using when women say all men cheat and they say all men are trash, they're operating in extremes. Hate is an extreme emotion. So when you say all men are trash and all men cheat, you hate men. I'll be real. I'll be real. Because like the actions and like you're not even aware of the words you're saying.
It's just the emotions coming out.
And I think this is, shout out Jordan Peterson, the GOAT, one of the GOATs. Like, you have to choose your words very carefully. Very carefully. And unless we're going to say that people don't know what they're saying when they're saying it, people mean what they say.
In closing, what do you want to leave us with? Message to the 5 people that are gonna watch this.
Seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's it.
Safe, bro.